Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Shane and today we'll be having a look at Rainbow Token. Rainbow Token Finance. What exactly is Rainbow Token? Rainbow is a hyper-deflationary, inclusive and ethical BEP20 token. It employs 7 popular protocols, combining them together in smart contracts code to give it the strength of 7 tokens in one. Each of these features give Rainbow a unique position in the market, allowing it to weather any type of storm. Rainbow is an all-inclusive ecosystem that is dedicated to the people. Now, the mission of Rainbow is to create a low-cost, easy to use and a widely available platform, services and dApps that people can really use. And to the best of its vision, its thriving ecosystem, which helps bring attention to the crypto space and eventually becomes a household name. Now, there are certain problems that Rainbow hopes to solve with its cryptocurrency. So currently in the world, cryptocurrency is still inaccessible to many people in the world, and it isn't obvious to people how to get started with crypto, such as interacting with and using the blockchain infrastructure. It means a lot of people are gated away from some of the most amazing benefits that they bring. In most cases, it is still very complex to use, so even with decent understanding of how things work, it requires users to jump through a lot of unnecessary and sometimes daunting oops. There is a lack of growth campaign resulting in a large proportion of people that are not even aware of these things existing. So naturally, as we do know, some people do fear what they don't know. It can reinforce a culture that prevents us from progressing to bigger and better solutions, especially in the world of crypto. So now we can actually have a look at some of the features that are included in Rainbow. Now, there are 7 features that Rainbow combines with. It starts with burn, buybacks, reflection, charity, auto liquidity, marketing and development, and finally, lucky dip. Together, the protocol that realize these features provide a token that is wholly unique. As we take a cut of transactions and put that towards the planet and humanitarian charities, we're striving towards a net positive environmental impact to help offset the energy concerns that come with cryptocurrency. And there's a lot of energy concerns that are surrounding the crypto community. Now, most of my information that I've gathered is based on the white paper of Rainbow. And this is possibly the best place to get the information. And this information obviously includes the tokenomics, which is a big thing that we'll go through because it has a lot of important parts. Now, as for the tokenomics of Rainbow Token, the tokenomics allows the different smart contracts functions to occur that makes Rainbow unique. Each purchase transaction is taxed 7%, which is split across these 7 protocols. The smart contracts then apply a 14% tax on sell to the PancakeSwap liquidity pool, and it further aims to decrease extreme volatility using a mechanism called anti-whale tax. This is explained in greater depth further down. The buy slippage is 8+%, and the sell slippage is 16+%. The whale slippage is 26+%. Now, on sells, the tax is not split evenly across all 7 protocols. Instead, 1% of the transaction is burned, 1% is reflected, and 1% is pulled into the lottery side pot. The rest of the tax amount is then split evenly across the remaining protocol for buybacks, charity liquidity, and marketing. So that was our first look on the tokenomics. And if you're looking at the screen right now, you'll see for yourself the 7 different protocols that the tax can be distributed evenly throughout, such as burn, buyback, reflections, charity liquidity, marketing, and lucky dip. Let's try to understand the Green Charity Protocol. The Green Charity Protocol is dedicated to charitable efforts. They want Rainbow to be an investment into the future of humanity, and they pledge to invest into all areas of charitable work such as, but not limited to, poverty alleviation, habitat and ecosystem preservation, cancer research, animal welfare, emergency services, and everything in between. So these options are just some examples of the areas of the world that they can actually help. So if this is something that you feel strongly about, they want you to be able to vote and have your say on which charity they get to choose. Now, obviously, this is not financial advice, but this is public information that I'm simply relaying to you. So the charity process is done in an organic and transparent way. Each week, they collect 3 of the most popular charities amongst the community, and they put them in a poll with links and information to each of every one. The winner of the poll will be rewarded an amount of charity, where the transactions will be announced and shown across the mediums. The safeguarding from overspending, they'll closely monitor the project budget to ensure that they can continue to fund charities around the world for much longer periods of time. And on the other hand, you've got the Violet Lucky Dip Protocol. At first glance, I had no idea what this was, but having a white paper does explain a lot of things to us. So the Violet Protocol is a lucky dip function. This function awards extra tokens to a random buyer of Rainbow. It works by taking 1% of every transaction and storing it in a side pot inside of the smart contracts. Once a certain threshold is then reached, every time someone executes a buy, a number is rolled. If the roll is less than a certain number, called a chance, the buyer will be awarded an extra lump sum of token. Every time the buyer fails to roll, the side pot will grow due to the tax from this buy transaction. Next up, we've got the anti-whale tax. So in order to discourage several token volatility, a higher tax amount is imposed upon transactions that deposit a large amount of tokens to the PancakeSwap liquidity pool, dubbed anti-whale tax, AWT. This function implies a temporary tax bracket of 21% upon wallets that sell over 250 billion tokens to the PancakeSwap liquidity pool within a 24 hours period. Beyond 24 hours, the tax resets to 14%. So how it works? Now, smart contracts tracks the sell history of each individual wallet within a 24 hours window. After a wallet has sold 250 billion Rainbow or more within this time frame, it will be subjected to a 21% fee for the next 24 hours. This means if a whale decides to dump their entire bag, a lot more of the tokens get driven into the project, greatly strengthening it. So in conclusion, the optimal and benevolent way for a wallet to sell off its smaller increments over time. And now to a more exciting part, the token distribution of the Rainbow token itself. 1 quadrillion tokens were minted, and this is key. This is a very large supply of token. So the contract prevents any further mints from taking place, meaning that it is impossible for the supply to ever increase. The project was fairly launched with no tokens sent to the team wallet. So 60% of all tokens are available to the public. 27% is for liquidity, 5% is being burnt, 8% is for private uses. And quite excitingly, we do have a roadmap for the Rainbow token for November 2021. And it just so happened that I'm making this video on the 30th of November, the end of November. So during this month, their mission was to launch the Bifrost launcher. And if you're on their website and you click the Bifrost launcher, it actually brings you to a Bifrost document. And this can give you more information on the Rainbow Bifrost. And going into December, they have plans to launch the Prisms token and Prisms Vault. And early January next year, they'll be voting and Bifrost bridges. Now, to be honest, the token itself is really cheap right now. Once again, this is not financial advice. The circulating supply has been verified. Now, the token hasn't been out for a very long time, unfortunately. This token has been around just around the early parts of October, towards the latter parts of September, but not everyone counts that. But towards the early parts of October is where it really started to come into strides and finding its footing and getting a lot of volume. And this became especially apparent towards the end of October and the start of November, where the volume just simply exploded. It exploded in volume, going from sometime a 24 hours trading period volume of around a couple million to around 4 million sometimes. So that's quite impressive. Since then, there's definitely been reductions in the volume overall in this crypto, but never fear, because coming towards the end of November, going towards the start of December, it seems once again this crypto is on the rise, once again in price and in volume. And that's the same thing that occurred on its inception at the end of September towards the start of October. And the exact same thing became more apparent at the end of October towards the start of November. So it does seem like on a bi-monthly basis that this crypto does seem to have a very interesting way of pumping towards the end of the month, but at the start of the month it does exceptionally well. So we will get an understanding of that if it does do extremely well in the month of December, but at the start of December, that's crucial. Now, the best place to get some of this information is obviously the white paper, and that can be found on their website. It's quite simple, to be honest, and it's obviously been exceptionally helpful when it comes to understanding the Rainbow crypto as itself and the token itself. So what exactly can we learn? Well, what exactly is Kingdom of Asgard? Kingdom of Asgard, like I predicted, is a play-to-earn NFT-based settlement game where users can build up their village, band together in clans, and lead their raids on NPCs and other players. The world is based on a persistent map where players are able to purchase and own a grid space of land where they can develop and build their own settlements. So a proof of ownership is done via a special NFT, which is built into the smart contract. It links a user wallet to the XY coordinates of lands which they own. So once a player owns a settlement, they're able to gather resources, recruit troops, and raid other settlements. So in the future, players are able to then sell their settlements to other potential buyers on the marketplace. Since only one grid space can be owned per wallet, this is a great way to start from fresh. It's absolutely genius, to be honest. Buy and trade land, build and now grow your settlements from small villages into robust strongholds. Create grids, clan, factions to band up with their friends, hire heroes, NFTs to lead raids, raid other settlements to earn loot. You can also gather resources, recruit troops, trade with other players, view the world map showing your surrounding settlements. So that is a quick look at the Rainbow white paper, and it's actually been really entertaining. It's been really educational. I can definitely say I'll be looking at a lot more white paper when doing my videos because they're very straightforward. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. Subscribe to see more. Obviously, you can visit the Rainbow. Obviously, you can get more information from the Rainbow site itself and their Twitter account where they're fairly active. And if you want to get some more information on price and supply of tokens, you can get that on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Let me know if I missed anything. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed the video, and follow our Discord. The link is in the description below. And of course, I will see you in my next video. Thank you for